Before the season, the Los Angeles Lakers were a super team in many fans' eyes. Before we even got to see them play together, we expected the Lakers to dominate the league and would be one of the favorites to win the championship. And here we are, over halfway done with the season, and the Lakers are below 500. How did this happen, and what does this mean for LeBron and the Lakers? LeBron James might not be able to fully carry a team at 37 years old, but that's what the Lakers are asking him to do. He's supposed to be preserving his body at this age so he can extend his career for as long as possible while also saving it for the playoffs. He's averaging 37 minutes a game, and that isn't sustainable. We have seen LeBron face many injuries since he got to the Lakers, and if I'm a Lakers fan, I would be worried. He is currently playing out of his mind and is definitely in the conversation as one of the best players in the league. He's averaging 29 points a game to go with 8 rebounds and 6 assists on 52% shooting from the field. Just his scoring numbers alone are near the top of his extraordinary career. He's able to carry the Lakers to wins, but over the course of a season, the Lakers are putting a lot at stake. You can't risk LeBron getting injured for the playoffs. Although the odds aren't in your favor, you have a shot at winning the championship, but if LeBron isn't in the equation, you don't have a shot at all. And if the team just played to their expectations, this wouldn't be a problem. The roster is still solid, but it is nowhere near our expectations coming into the season. The Lakers were seen as a super team, and it made sense. You had the duo of LeBron and Anthony Davis, which proved they could win a championship last time they were fully healthy, and then they added Russell Westbrook to make a big three. To surround them, the Lakers had a top 6 man in Carmelo Anthony, knockdown shooters like Malik Monk and Wayne Ellington, big man depth with Dwight Howard and DeAndre Jordan, and young players with big upside in Talen Horton-Tucker and Kendrick Nunn, and other pieces like Trevor Ariza, Kent Bazemore, and Avery Bradley. This was a team with a lot of veterans that were hungry to win a championship. They had lots of depth to match up against any team in the league and had high expectations coming into the season. That didn't pan out. Anthony Davis missed a lot of time due to injury, and when he was playing, he didn't look the same as other years. He shot the ball terribly from deep and is slowly falling behind the top 5 and top 10 players in the league. Russell Westbrook has taken a step back as well. Some people exaggerate how bad he has been playing this year, but he is definitely not living up to standards. Westbrook has been known as a great regular season performer, and his regular season play is down from his other years. The Lakers have to pay him $44 million this season, and that stops the team from getting better players. And many role players on that team also haven't lived up to expectations. Talen Horton-Tucker hasn't made the jump everyone expected, Carmelo Anthony has regressed, Avery Bradley isn't the defender he once was, Kent Bazemore isn't giving you much, Kendrick Nunn has been out for the entire season, and Dwight Howard and DeAndre Jordan have taken a step back while also not playing well with Russell Westbrook. The only player besides LeBron James that is stepping up is Malik Monk. A similar thing happened to a LeBron-led team in 2018. Before the season, the Cavaliers had huge expectations coming into the season. The Superteam Warriors were still dominating the league, but the Cavaliers were supposed to give them the toughest challenge. And although Cleveland lost Kyrie Irving in a trade in 2017, they got a lot of pieces in the offseason. Isaiah Thomas, Dwayne Wade, Derrick Rose, and George Hill were the most notable players aside from LeBron James, and as the season panned out, a lot of these players were in and out of the lineup. By the end of the season, the narrative was that LeBron had no help. He would later go on to lead the Cavaliers to the NBA Finals and would complete one of the greatest carry jobs of all time. And although LeBron is forced to deal with the burden of having no help this season, he also deserves some of the blame. Before the Lakers front office goes out and gets a player, they have to check in with their star player. And in this case, their star player is one of the greatest of all time and is trying to win a championship as his window closes. He is trying to chase the ghost of Chicago and needs to do everything he can to get there. Especially if you're going out to getting a star player, you need to get the green light from LeBron. LeBron has a say in every move the team makes, and they want to keep him happy. So while some fans claim LeBron James has no help, some other fans claim that it's his problem, so he has to deal with the consequences. I think both sides have some truth in what they're saying, and the answer lies somewhere in the middle. Regardless, LeBron James has to lead his team and do his best to win the championship. So far this season, that looks like a pretty daunting task, but it is still possible. The Phoenix Suns, Warriors, Bucks, Nets, 76ers, Bulls, and even the Heat all look like more favorable candidates to win the championship over the Lakers in my eyes. On the other hand, I would not want to bet against LeBron James. History shows that the team that wins the championship almost always has a top 5 player in the league, and the Lakers have that. We've seen LeBron put on some of the most incredible performances in history, especially in the playoffs. The Lakers still have all the pieces they need to win it all this season, and maybe time can fix some of their issues. They still have a bit over 2 months before the regular season ends, and maybe they could try and figure something out and ramp it up for the playoffs. Every single thing LeBron James can do to add on to his legacy will be crucial. Passing Kareem in all-time scoring, all-star selections, all-NBA selections, and especially championships matter. One more championship for LeBron will mean he will be one shy of Michael Jordan, and maybe all his finals appearances can make up for it. MJ is the greatest of all times in many people's eyes, and a 5th ring will definitely change a lot of people's minds. A lot is at stake for LeBron and the Lakers this year, and this season can either add to LeBron's resume or be a disappointment. The Lakers were supposed to be a super team, but now LeBron has no help. The narrative switched so fast, just like the 2018 NBA season, and does this mean it ends like that, with no ring? It's hard to say until the season is over, but as of right now, things are not looking good for him. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I read every single comment, so let me know what you think in the comments down below. Subscribe for future basketball content, and thank you for watching.